no dragon on this map.
Damn it.
So, shoot, I forgot about that one. Oh, there we go. They already locked those ones in.
I'm helping.
Exactly.
I pressed Q once. Smeb running Dorns, much more efficient. He might actually go for a tank Yasuo again here. Let's see what he's pairing that Dorn shield with.
I mean, these trades, wow, we can be like, oh, yeah, look, he's losing. It's super early in the game, so they can just walk all the way back and try and get a recall off.
Yeah, he's testing the waters, honestly.
I wonder if he actually will, though. He's staying pretty late in the brush, and he's got...
he
definitely came out worse for wear on that trade. He's staying with the minions.
Yep. Maple getting the early push here and the sustain from the Dorns. So Smeb kind of surprised by the damage from W start Kennen. Procs the shield immediately as well. That's good. That one auto attack from Maple depletes the shield for Smeb, putting him behind again.
Definitely was one of the good changes they made to Yasuo, and they were looking for ways to nerf him. I like that they nerfed the time where the shield has to charge back up, because that's one of the most annoying parts about the Yasuo. Building that shield back up from moving around. Maple actually getting very good last hits.
Yeah, definitely doing a great job here. Looking at Smeb also, his runes, he's running both magic resistance and armor, no health, indicating that his kind of having to defend against Kennen is twofold. You know, you can't just single spec into flat armor or flat MR like you can get into most champions, you know, that are very one-dimensional. The fact that Kennen is hybrid in its nature makes him so hard to play against.
Definitely true, and Smeb goes in with the knock-up charge. Now can he get
Minions
out of that trade, though?
Yeah, minions tanking, good exhaust here. He had one exit creep remaining with the E.
Yeah, so not so good exhaust.
No.
And
he basically forgot about the approaching minion wave.
Exactly. You always have to keep that in mind with Yasuo. That's what makes him so tricky, right? You can use your own minions against you. Going in for another trade here, actually. They both do have Warlords, by the way, though. So healing up off of the minion damage.
And it's definitely W max Kennen because there's 29% attack speed on the side of Maple. So he really just wants to repetitively auto those minions like we've been seeing, generate that CS. He may drop a couple because his AD isn't as high, but he wants to control the wave and as many of these procs as he can to then stun Smeb as he goes in.
And it is always so hard to get wave control against Yasuo if you're just relying on autos. Because as you can see, Smeb, he's having a very good...
That's fine, Kobe, I got you. I love the fact that he plays the wind wall when he's done CSing, places the wind wall, goes for undeniable Q poke, and then he hides the brush again, waits for that shield to come up again.
Now he's trying to use his ranged minions.
Yeah, cycle through. It's always just the possibility of an engage that's keeping Maple back as well. Good double asset with the Q here. Smeb showing some Yasuo know-how.
I wonder if he does try and take advantage of the summoner spell discrepancy here that he has earned for himself. Currently, he's not trying to. You know, he's just shoving in the minion wave, trying to keep his CS up here.
Yeah, and following that talk that we did earlier about the points, if Smeb falls here, Ice is guaranteed to win the All-Stars event. So he definitely needs to
and not just the 1v1s, by the way, the All-Star events. Yeah. There's so many points in the 1v1 tournament.
Yeah, he will lose his right to play in the final for combined 400 points there. But let's see, we're not there yet. It's the first game of best of 3. Smeb is up 2 CS, but there is CS under the turret from Maple, and it doesn't matter how good he's trading. If he's trailing CS, Kennen can control the game later on.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
No sweep from Maple.
Keep on grinding here. Yeah, there's the sweeper, but not going to go for the Rash. Remember, it is the focus on the minions.
Almost like hypnotizing. We're just looking at the screen.
Well, because I'm going through the plan, right?
What's the plan?
I'm trying to get into Smeb's head, and it's too difficult because
you don't speak Korean.
I'm not exactly. Oh no, actually, I got in the head. Now I just have to figure out what he's saying in there. But you could go try. I'm trying to think if he's trying to get to a specific gold point, right? Because there is a possibility with the level 6 to try and go for the all-in.
Hex Drinker?
Hex Drinker is the obvious choice. I'm trying to think because there's not really any other super big spiking item. And as you said, Kennen definitely is very big on the hybrid damage, but also Kennen also has a lot of stuns and a lot of disengage where he can try and, you know, kite there.
Yeah, not worth, I think.
Kite out your Hex Drinker shield.
Yeah, definitely can kite, but it's not worth specking into like Merc Beds. That would be a complete waste of stats. Tenacity is definitely not what we're going for. Hex Drinker is the likely choice. I think Smeb's just waiting for a moment where he can push the wave hard enough that he has a good base timing.
Yeah.
He is actually no longer trailing on CS. Every time he pushes under turret, there is the risk of Maple losing some CS. A good sidestep, hides behind the range when he needs to, then goes into the brush. Good trade, wind wall to deny auto Q. Really well played by Smeb as he has the shield on the backhand.
Only loses the shield health there. Plus, with both of them having Warlords, double effectiveness for... Oh!
Yeah, this is ulti versus ulti. Smeb needs to land a Q proc into R. If he hits the next Q, it could be over. Remember, it places you outside of the turret if you can.
Okay.
That's a good change they made to Yasuo as well, or maybe it was from the get-go. If you ulti somebody under turret, the game will place you as far away as it can from the turret damage.
Will Maple expect it? Yeah, there we go. Dust Keeper to find him in there. Smeb was sticking around. And he's going to gain so much life off the minion wave, remember. Because Smeb has control of the minion wave and melee double effectiveness on the Warlord's lifesteal, that's why he's been sustaining a bit better than Kennen.
But he has to go for, honestly, a really tanky build right now because he's down a summoner. Maybe in the chaos of that all-in, he didn't realize that Maple held on to the exhaust.
Yeah, and that is one of those timers that's much more difficult to keep track of, rather than the super easy flash everyone's used to for Summoner's Rift. Meanwhile,
well, you have your own exhaust.
So, yeah, I mean, if you use them at the same time. But if they're desynced, very difficult. But again, so much attack speed here for Maple, doubling down on it. And no Hex Drinker, yeah.
Nope.
So he is going for something else here, special. I mean, it's either the Sterk's Gauge or the Frozen Mallet, which would be a long ways off, so.
Probably just wants the
Charm's Fist to hold on to that.
Yeah,
that one, to me, though, it's actually not very efficient. And you have to stack it up, so. I don't really like the item.
Indicating he is going for a CS victory unless he just lands a good all-in here. Smeb taking a lot of damage here because this is an enraged Kennen here. Needs the Relic to get out. Second stun is coming right now on this mark. Ooh, they just faded.
Yeah, need one more. Blood Moon charges. Uh-oh.
And this is the attack speed Kennen.
Yeah.
Good goal for current victory, honestly.
Well, Windwall definitely puts a stop to that.
Because we have attack speed boots picked up by Maple and double door, and this is kind of a really efficient point for this 80-centric Kennen, or attack speed centric Kennen rather. Doesn't get much better than this.
Yeah, and you're also limited to 2 Dorans, so it's not like you can just spam a bunch of Dorans.
Nope.
They've already chosen their Doran's items. Meanwhile, Smeb didn't pick up any other items, so that was a very good exchange from Maple, and he just got more potions. So no more combat effectiveness there, just extra sustain, which he didn't have a big problem with before.
Now he does. Kennen's getting stronger, obviously, on the later basis, so you only have like one wind wall every so often. That maybe is the problem. And then as Maple gets tankier and has access to exhaust and ulti, the all-in is less likely to happen. Really good counter stun here by Maple. He basically had a mark, W proc, or he EW proc, as he had a mark on him already to deny Smeb the opportunity of ulting on that knockup, and now he's going all in.
Man. He does get the ulti off though,
Exhausted. He's too far away from the relic, he needs to get the relic, but it's too far. That is obviously the problem with Yasuo. The damage of the ulti lands at the end of the animation, which makes it incredibly easy to exhaust.
And this is
Kennen locked in.
I haven't seen their mouths moving, so I think he's just like, okay, he's probably going to pick Kennen again, so I will too.
It's the best champion remaining. It's a super strong 1v1 champion. Now, once you play this matchup, it actually boils down to really good E usage as well. Slightly better for him.
Yeah, and so that would be a rune page you would want to go also if you were going to go with the risky Q max style. If you're going to go with the W that we saw from before from Maple, then the extra attack speed definitely good to generate more of those.
There's actually one little tweak. Smeb has reduced summoner cooldowns, which means if he can get trade, maybe that's what he was looking for last game actually, because everybody is running either feelers or extra health regen, but he's not going for that insight where you have summer spell reduction. So if Smeb can trade both, up slightly sooner and go all in.
Then that timing window is so small. As soon as yours come back up, though, no matter where the minions are, no matter where he is, you have to force it there, or else you get no value.
But let's just look at the normal laning pattern. Second wave, Smeb sitting on 6 ES. Gets level 2 on the 7 feet right here. That's the first melee of the second wave, as usual. And obviously has control. Nice Q next to the range creep.
You can also see when they hold on to the charge up of their auto for W.
That's when you walk up and you're like, bro.
Think I won't?
Think I won't throw this shuriken at your face? Alright, Smeb still in control. Wave's bouncing though. If you do not finish off wave per wave fully, the reinforcements will arrive much sooner on the other side.
Missed a minion there. Melee one for Smeb though.
Kobe would have landed that.
My CSing actually isn't too bad. It's just that when I do play a laning champion, I have absolutely zero map awareness.
Yeah. It's just minimap disappears.
Jungler problems. I don't know if support have the same issues.
Oh, I just can't CS. And I
don't even try. Are they going to trade some damage here? Nope. All focus still on the minions, by the way.
Smeb is really holding onto those marks for quite a long while.
Yeah.
Sat on that one for like 3 seconds. He seems to be okay with the wave bouncing. Could indicate that he's fine going for an all-inish trade.
Yeah, and he does have the lead as far as the minions go.
Maple, because he's playing so close to the relic, actually opens himself up for a Q trade there. Smeb has been hiding behind his Qs much more.
Yeah, Smeb also, you can tell, generally gravitates towards the top side where he has brush control. Definitely comes with playing as a top laner, right? You're always going to look for extra brush control so you can get the minions to de-aggro you when you go for harassment trades.
That was a super cool trade in the sense that Maple stepped up with Mark already active on the first part of the W, so he got the stun on Smeb. Smeb then generated enough auto attacks in trade to get the Mark at the end and then sped up forward to get that final trade exchange. Smeb doing more damage in these trades though because he is running raw AD. So if on equal amounts of auto attacks, which they did, Smeb is getting the better in these trades because Maple is so minion focused, running the odd 24, 29 attack speed.
And even he's not really controlling minions better because when you're pushing these minions, unless you're making full use of the auto attack timer, and you're auto attacking on cooldown, which neither of them are, you will miss minions that way. It doesn't matter quite as much.
Yeah, so looking at 8.5 AD over time, really working in Smeb's benefit and his early minion control as well.
Even when Maple has the charge on his W auto, he's not bullying. Like, it's still Smeb that's forward in the minion wave.
Yeah, Maple is also hiding far less. It's like he really wants to play that skill matchup where it's like, cue me in the open, I'll dodge it, instead of just hiding behind his range troops. You know?
Looks a little bit more tense. Also, just look at the cameras of the two guys. Smeb looks, his arms are in, elbows tucked in, right? I
feel like we're in like high school reading into like
body language interpretation.
Or like literature.
Well, exactly, like, and Maple, he's so open. You know, this is how you signal to people that you are, you know, welcome to human interaction and you're a jolly fellow, right? That if you want to go into interviews, don't cross your arms because that makes it confrontational. I don't know. Smeb's right now is just fully relaxed. He's like, yeah, okay, another day at the office.
Smeb's playing the endurance mode, and Maple is working on them traps right now.
Maple's got wings, actually. He's like ready to take off.
That's what birds do, though. They make themselves look bigger, you know?
That's what you do.
That's what I do.
Crap on a bird.
Went a bit too far at one point. Anyway, Smeb going in, Mark trade, stun.
Ultimates, let's get him.
Let's get him. Smeb still holds his ulti.
Oh, the late ultimate goes in for the E-charge too.
There's a barrier being popped versus the Ignite, and Maple gets access to the Relic. That's a mistake from Smeb. Should have went back and gotten the Relic.
Is it what Smeb wanted, though? We talked about the reduced summoner cooldown. Next time, is it going to be Smeb as soon as they come up, forcing that fight?
I love that he held his ultimate, because he had the upper hand up until that point. Could have honestly just disengaged and went for the Relic, based, and then forced an all-in onto Maple.
What the mind game is here is you don't want to have your ultimate channeling for the least amount of time while you're exhausted, right? Because that damage you just want to get through, and so you want to wait either for the exhaust to happen early, then use your ultimate afterwards, or pop it super early so that they exhaust and then exit the trade.
But we need to look for a fast push here on the side of Smeb. He needs to get this wave done, because otherwise, if Maple gets the upper hand right now, because he has 2 Relic stacks.
Ooh. Also, we didn't go over the purchases. I mean, the boots versus the cutlass.
Yep.
The extra lifesteal there is definitely important, but when they're locked in to that... Smeb actually gets all in.
Smeb low, but he has the E to get out. He has minions to help him, so he's comfortable in the trade. Minions.
Cannon Smeb wasn't counting the charges on him, and Maple got the last activation.
Smeb was waiting for his Q to come up so he could win that trade, because the Maple could never exit that